So this is our Dutch bucket systems. We have 3 individual rows, and you can see we have a walk space in between them. That's so we can access the vines. Again, every one is going to be a little bit different, but you can see we use this metal stand, and that keeps the drain line, the collection line, higher than the reservoir. Again, that's just so gravity can do its thing and the water can easily get transported back to the reservoir. So here's our reservoir, again, just like the slab system, and this is all going to start sounding real familiar system to system. We've got a small fountain pump in the bottom. It's going to pump the water from the reservoir through the feed line. This is the feed line. And then each vine crop on our Dutch buckets has 2 of these emitters. It's just very basic, rudimentary drip irrigation parts. All of this stuff you can get from the hardware store in the irrigation section, right? This is nothing proprietary, nothing fancy at all. So each vine crop has 2 emitters. Some people do 1 on a gutter and slab. We do 1. Again, you're going to have to play with it. The only way to learn, right? So these go into the Dutch buckets, into the rock wool slab. And again, we irrigate 4 times daily. We have multiple ball valves throughout the system. So if we need to fix anything or we need to regulate water flow, you can. There's several of them throughout our system that gives us a lot of control. And this is a Dutch bucket. Let's take a look at the actual bucket itself. This one's empty, so you can get a look. Yeah, it needs to be cleaned. No judgment. But we just finished out a set of cucumbers, so we're about to plant some eggplants and some other things in here. But anyway, this is the way the buckets work. It's got this little kind of upside down U-shaped fitting, and that allows water to collect at the bottom before it goes up and over and then into the drainage hole, right? So it allows, this little lip allows for kind of some backup water in case you do lose a pump or you lose your system for a minute. It has a little bit of, again, you want fail-safe built into your systems as much as possible, and the Dutch bucket allows for that because of that little lip. So it's important to know that the excess water is just going to be this bottom section. Maybe 10% of the total volume of the bucket is going to be that excess water. But that gives it a little bit of fail-safe. Again, you always want to have fail-safe built into your system. So if you lose a pump or you lose something, you have that little bit of water at the bottom that the tomatoes or whatever crop can feed on for a while you fix the problem. And this is how it works. It's going to go, so you get your fitting set up, that little elbow piece. It's going to allow for the drainage to go through the drain hole. And then this goes right on top of your collection line. See, we've got the hole drilled out. Goes right on top. So those rows are empty. This one's about to be emptied out, but this is what it looks like before you start a crop. You can see the buckets are full. We keep our trellises up all the time, so they're ready to rock and roll. We're using bars overhead to hang our clipper system from. You can use crop line, you can use wire, you can use whatever you want to. Again, each system is a little bit different, but the important part is when you're growing these vines indoors, you're gonna need to have some type of trellising system.